Okay, welcome back to episode 3, the Fan Expo. Now, it's been some time since we've been away. Currently, it's been about 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm here with Tyler today, and we're going to be talking about our little adventure to the Fan Expo that we had back in April. It was at the Philadelphia Convention Center, and we had some. We had a decent time. There was a lot of stuff there to do, so we split
It,
it up within 2 days.
it was very interesting, I have to say. There was a lot to do there.
Yes. I mean, considering it to be like my first actual convention that I've ever been to, I mean, I don't say the experience was bad. It was more mind opening, I guess, to certain things that I technically, I guess, wouldn't do on the normal day today or normal weekend, I should say. So it did definitely give me something else to do besides
What you
nothing.
normally do, yeah.
Yeah. So the first day we actually got there, it was a lot to look at and a lot to see. And we wanted to try and get as much pictures and stuff as we're going to show you throughout the video of the event and how it went and how the people we met and the things that we purchased. Now, I seen a painting there, and it was a Spike Spiegel painting. It was a Cowboy Bebop
It was
painting
one
of
of
this
the
guy.
first things that we went to. It was, I believe, the first booth that we went to, and you found that, and that was
Yeah,
like the first thing that you purchased there, right?
yeah, that was the first thing that I had grabbed because it seemed like something I wanted to frame and put on my wall. Now, here's what got me. I was also then told that Steve Bloom would actually be there himself, which I didn't know, how to see him or like, cause I was just, this is my first convention. I didn't know what the procedure was to go see and get this, painting autographed, cause I wanted it, signed. I want to put it in I want to put it in a frame. Come to find out, we had walked a little bit of some ways, and there was a lot of people cosplaying there too. And I kind of wish I had cosplayed a little bit, but I'm not really the type of person that I guess get into set clothing nor had the had the fundability to
Yeah,
cosplay because people were like,
cosplay is both expensive, and it can be both expensive and time consuming. Even just making the costume, it can be a lot of work. And I mean, for a first convention, I don't really think that's how you want to go about it. Um, probably just go there, get the layout, see how things go, and then maybe like next time you can go cosplay. But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
nah, I kind of agree with you. I like you had said, like it was the first convention, and the next convention I do want to go to. I do want to go to PAX East. I
Mm.
want to go to PAX East at some point, but that's going to be more of a costly thing, depending on where they have it next year. I don't know if it's in the same place every year. I'm not too sure, but I do want us to go to PAX East because I do feel like that'd be a very decent, decent trip to go to.
That would be a lot of fun. I have to say,
Yes.
I would definitely be up for doing that. Could do another episode on that.
Yeah, we can go to PAX East and take a sneak peek at all the games that are wish listed on Steam, but we get to actually touch and play. But
that, that would be something.
it would be, and I really do want to go experience that. But going back into the Fan Expo, I was told Steve Bloom was going to be there, and going on to how there was a lot of cosplayers and whatnot. There's a lot of cool, unique costumes that I seen. I didn't really get any pictures of anybody. Hence, I don't know who they are. I could have asked, but I did actually get a picture with the Mandalorian, and I forget her name. She's very forgettable in the show. but
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Who was it?
it was the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, and the Queen of Mandalore.
Queen of Mandalore. Was that
I
who that
think I
was?
think that's what she had titles herself.
I I don't think that was her. Maybe it was.
I'm not too sure, but apparently, uh, they were about, and they had a lot of kiosks of kiosks. They had a big, huge little area where they had some of the props used from the actual movies, and I thought that was actually pretty cool. I didn't get any pictures of those.
You did go up to one of those booths thinking that was just a store that you could buy these things, and you walk up to one of the guys and goes, "How much does that rope cost?" And he goes, "Yeah, that was an actual prop from Harry Potter. It is not for sale."
Yeah, I was very upset, and it's really because I wanted that. I wanted that robe.
Yeah.
It looked too clean not to be put on my body. I wanted it, and yeah, I was very discouraged when they were like, "Yeah, that's a prop, bro," and I was like, "Oh, ain't no,
Mhm.
I don't believe you. You're lying to me." But yeah, I took a picture with those two. They were pretty cool people. The guy had a lot of. He had a very funny way of expressing how he made his uniform, which was or made his cosplay, which I thought was actually pretty cool. How he did it. And then Tyler, what were you most interested in? Like, where did you want to go?
Say that again. I wasn't quite able to hear.
I said, like, what were you most interested in? Where did you like going? Like, what did you like looking at?
Honestly, I just loved walking around, seeing all of the different booths and all of the different things that people were making and just had for sale. There were a lot of very interesting things to see. A couple of them were like wooden plaques. I did get a couple pictures of those. They were like wanted posters or wooden wanted posters of like, I think one of them was for some characters in Cowboy Bebop. There were some characters from One Piece, a couple of others, and then there were some other like coasters and just plaques of characters from a bunch of different things. It was very cool, I have to say. I definitely want to contact them and get some stuff commissioned.
Are you talking about the wooden place?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place was actually very interesting to me because it was like, I don't believe he's doing this by hand.
Well,
they were very like the cuts that they were made on the carvings were very.
It's not actually by hand. By that they mean like they
The
did
laser
it
thing.
themselves.
Yeah.
They did it themselves, right? It's not like, oh, it came out of a factory or something. They did it themselves. They made it with their, hands. They were working with it.
Yeah, because the cuts were so exact and so
Right.
pristine that I was like, yo, like my original thought was like this was laser cut. You know what I mean? Like this was laser cutted and
That
and
wood,
then printed.
I don't think that wood is right for laser cutting. At
Probably.
least to my knowledge, it was probably just. I'm not exactly sure how they did that. I'm not too familiar with the wood cutting scene, so I'm not too sure.
That's what I'm saying. So I was sitting there and I was like, yo, like this is pretty cool. Then it was crazier is because people that are watching people who are reading One Piece right now, chapter 1015, there was a they had this is spoilers by the way, anyone who's not caught up in One Piece. They had Gear 5 Luffy there. And I didn't take a picture of that because I didn't want to spoil anybody in case, they're very far behind. But I thought that was actually really cool because it had just came out like that prior week, and they had it there, and I was like, all right, the prices were fairly reasonable considering the fact that it was done by hand. Most of them range from like $200 to $300, which it's pretty fair. It's a pretty fair price depending on like what you wanted. And as Tyler was saying, they had a lot of One Piece and Cowboy Bebop stuff. I do want to get a carving of Spike's people, and I'm mad because I wish I had more money. I was ill prepared for this event, but I was equipped enough to get some things that I had really wanted to buy. Because later down the line, we wound up going to this like steampunk little area, and I think me and Tyler had like we had more fun over there than I guess the rest of
We geeked out so much at that little booth. It was so. It was probably that was probably my favorite booth at the whole convention.
Yeah, because they had this. It was a lot of steampunk stuff. So they had these goggles, and it was a little goggle station, a little pocket watch area, and it's crazy to me because we went in there, and I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, you know. And then I seen the goggles, and I was like, wait a second. And then I seen my top hat, and I was like, oh, wait a second. I was like, what are these?
You start putting together a little idea, a little scheme of what you're gonna do.
Because I wanted the crow mask, but the crow mask was like,
I want to say that was like $50 or $60.
Yeah, no, that I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of money. The hat alone, and that was like $56 or like $70, I think.
The
like
combo
$70
hat and goggles was, I think, about $50 or $60. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my top hat. That's what I look like inside wearing my top hat. I took those pictures while I was in photography, and that's probably the best one of picture I've gotten from a friend of mine who took it. But it's a nice little area, and I believe their website is actually called Corsets and Cogs. You can look it up, or I'll put the link in the description. But it's called Corset and Cogs. They had a lot of stuff over there. They had potion bottles, and I'm mad because I didn't get one. I wish I had got one.
I did get one of the I did get one of those flasks or the bottles. It's very nice. It's a good weight, and there were a couple of different shapes and colors of them. It comes with a little like belt strap that you can hook onto something, and has a cork so you can actually put stuff in there and not worry about it spilling around. Very nice, I have to say.
Yeah, but then here's what's crazy to me. Now, I'm annoyed and not annoyed because I really wish they had like steampunk gloves. I don't know if anyone ever like seen what they look like, but they look like little thief gloves, like little thief gloves. They look so cool. They look really cool. Yeah, you see, they go all the way up to the wrist, Tyler. Come on, man. Look at the gloves.
These are some, yeah. Honestly, even without gloves like this, it was still a really well done little area. I believe they had some clothing too, some like dresses and stuff.
Yeah, they had a lot of. They surprisingly had a lot of stuff for women there. Because his wife, she did a lot of corsets. She sews all her corsets and whatnot, and her hats. They had some umbrellas and stuff there. It was a very interesting little area that I deemed it to be very unique. It was a very unique setup. And to be completely fair and completely honest, I would go back if they had their own store. I would go there frequently and get some stuff.
You would spend way too much money there.
No, possibly, because I was very tempted, and I really wish I asked him when I was there if he was planning on making gloves, because the way he made the top hat, it was very comfortable. It sat on my head perfectly, and it was nice. And if he had made gloves, I would have bought the gloves and called it a day. That's all I would have had. But I'm probably gonna get some gloves at a later time. Don't know when.
I get the full steampunk fit.
Yeah, I gotta get the full fit, because if I don't commit, then it's not steampunk. I'm going to find me some gloves. I'm going to find me some gloves at some point.
I mean, if you still have his information, I'm sure you could contact him and see if
he
could commission something for him. Yeah. He was a really nice guy. He was very passionate about his work. Yeah.
And then I think further going on into the convention, we had stumbled upon some swords and whatnot. And for some odd reason, I didn't also get any pictures of any of the swords. But there was a lot of decent swords. They had a lot of the Demon Slayer swords. They had some.
There were a lot of different styles and a bunch of different materials, some of which were real metal. None of them, I believe, were sharpened. I'd assume that's just safety precaution. There were some like bamboo ones, I believe they had said. There were some plastic ones, of course, at some other booths, but a lot of them were really well made.
Yeah, no,
It was-
they were really they were really nice swords. They were really
mhm.
nice.
They had some from Seven Deadly Sins. There was a couple of like gun swords. I'm not quite sure
You know, the
what
gun
that
swords,
was.
the gun swords had me a little giddy because I was like, yo, like imagine you're fighting someone with a sword and you were him like facing off with each other, and he says, you know what, fuck it, and just pulls the shit. Like that's got to be like the most like dirtiest like but clever way of escaping a sword fight. Like, what are you
Yeah,
gonna do? Unshoot him? Like you can't block the bullet once it's there.
just gonna stop the bullet, or he's just gonna cut the bullet in half midair with the sword. All you
Yeah,
can really
honestly.
do.
But then here's what even gets crazier to me. So what was it? What was it? It wasn't the fact of the swords. They had like pirate pistols, but they were actually like weighted and they
Revolvers.
felt yeah, revolvers. They felt heavy. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, eh, I don't really think that this is an actual weapon in here, is it?
It was not an actual weapon. It was
It
just
was.
weighted
It was a
pretty
very
accurately.
realistic model, is what I should
Mm.
say. Excuse me if I sound a tad bit odd, like I'm holding my nose. My nose has been clogged for a week and a half straight, and I'm semi recovering. I'll put it like that.
Semi.
Yeah, semi. I'm moving along to recovery
Mhm.
at some point, hopefully.
Allergies are just kicking in a bit. I mean, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, they're beating my ass right now.
Yeah.
But that was the first day at the convention. I think we ended it off with we got some burgers and some amazing chocolate chip cookies.
You keep bringing up these cookies. They were good. They were good cookies. They were warm. They were fresh. You just keep saying that they're like the best of all time. They were just cookies. I have to
Listen
say.
here, young man. Those
Mhm.
cookies were hands down the most greatest cookies of our generation. It's called Sweet Charlie's. They're up in Philadelphia. You can go give them a visit. It's right next to this place called Burgers, which I find very convenient because they serve burgers at the
Mm.
place called Burgers.
Really good burgers too. I had
Yeah,
a lamb. I think we both had a lamb burger actually.
yeah, but I had got mine with just onions and bacon. I think you had more of the elaborate cottage cheese and whatnot on it.
I don't actually remember what I put on mine. I think I just kind of got the standard burger with all of the stuff that they'd put on there, but I don't quite remember what was on there. I do remember there was pepper jack cheese, but other than that, not quite sure.
Yes, I think I had something instituted. Yeah, I just kind of got a plain lamb burger with cheese, bacon, and onions, and it was amazing. It was a really good burger place. It was really good.
Hmm.
It wasn't as what I thought it would be, but it really was a decent. It was a decent grab. It was a decent grab for me. I think the cookies were good because it was a refresher. I guess after eating that burger and not eating anything all day, and that cookie just said, you know what, I'm gonna make myself a little home in your stomach. And I was like, okay, man, get up in there. Very good cookie. 10 out of 10.
That's fair. After all day walking around without eating, it was nice to have something a little bit
Like
sweet
sweet.
as a
Yeah.
treat.
It was very good. I felt like I was
Mhm.
I was being rewarded for good behavior. Oh man. But what's it called? The second day arrives and we had grabbed our friend Riz, and she was very helpful in trying to get us to get videos for what we needed, because the original plan was we were going to do a vlog, but for some odd reason the camera wasn't working and we were having a lot of technical issues. So we said, forget it, we'll just take pictures and do a voiceover and kind of show you guys what we did during the second day. Now the second day was pretty relaxed for me entirely. However, Amelia was very excited to be there because she was actually the one that told us about the convention, If she had not told us about the convention, we would have never went.
Or even heard of it.
Yeah, or even heard of it. So I do thank her for giving us this opportunity to go there. I will actually link her channel in the description as well, because I know she does her own content and her own little stuff.
And she was cosplaying as something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Do you remember?
No, however, I don't know. Okay, yeah, no. I thought she was awake. She's not awake. I asked her at a different time. I'll put it in the description as well. But she was cosplaying as a prison escapee. I forget from what movie it was. I want to say Silent of the Lambs, but I'm not even sure if that was the correct movie.
I think that's right. Yeah.
It was something along those lines. I forget. I really do forget what it was, but I will ask you and I will put it in the description. But it was a very nice cosplay. She took her time with it, and she really did an amazing job with getting all the pieces and parts that she needed for her cosplay. I was very excited to see Steve Bloom, because I had figured out that I had grabbed my painting again, and I had brought it with me so I could get it signed and whatnot. And I would periodically check back in to see if he was there. Comes to find out, I had split off from the group for a while. I don't know what you did while I was playing the esports.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You just kind of dropped everything and started playing against... Oh, wait. It was the U.S. Army was there. They had a booth for some reason. They were just playing video games, and you could win a t-shirt if you beat them in... It was Halo, right?
Yeah, now, here's what annoyed me about their team. I hate when the U.S. Army lies. Now, that's pretty self-redundant because they do it all the time. However, they lied to where it was embarrassing, because they get to me and they go, hey, our team isn't really that good. You should come play them. And if you win, you get a t-shirt, and they have to do a bunch of push-ups depending on how many times you killed them in the game. And I was like, all right, shoot. And that's when I was trying to convince Tyra to play with me.
See, I've never played Halo before. I guilty. I've never been super into that, so I would not have been much help there.
Now, I did team up with the random, but however, if it was Deep Rock Galactic, we would have won completely.
I mean, would we?
No, we would have won. You want to know why? Want to know why we would have won? Because of rock and stuff.
See, here's why. I don't think they lied about their team skill. Maybe you just were not great at Halo.
No. They said that their team is bad, which I immediately knew was a lie, because no one sets up a booth knowing they're going to lose. That's redundant. That's stupidity. That's like you enter yourself into a competition, you know you're not going to be able to win. You know what I'm saying? So we sat down. I got
might be making some excuses for yourself. But,
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. We get there and we're playing, and they had us play on PCs, but I asked for a controller because that's what I felt more comfortable with. And I'm fairly decent in Halo when I'm not playing against professionals who play the game all day long. Here's what made me upset. I was I was okay with the kills I dropped. I think out of the game, like out of the 2 matches we played, I averaged around 3 kills, which in my opinion is better than most, if I'm being completely honest, depending on who you ask. And the only reason why I say this is because, to be fair, they were professionals. These were professional players. So for me to even get 1 kill off, I felt like I was improving in my skills as a Halo player. However, if I'd had Jesus. If Jesus was with me, we would have won. Because right
Again,
now he's
I
currently
don't know. You might be giving yourself too
no.
much credit there.
That man is currently top 50 in the country.
Is he actually
Yeah, for
in Halo?
Yeah,
God damn.
exactly, which is crazy because he's slowly pushing himself up the bracket. So I would have I should have called him. I should have called him and been like, "Yo,
just had him playing online against the U.S. Army."
Yeah, that would have been the most greatest story ever told. If I called Jesus, it was like, "Yo, I need you to get on Halo right quick. I need you to join this exclusive server, and I need you to help me fight off the army."
Would have been a hell of a story, yeah. And you would have gotten a T-shirt to
to get my trophy.
However, you did not get a T-shirt.
I don't know. What were y'all doing?
You got your ass handed to you.
I know. What were y'all doing while I was playing esports?
We were just kind of wandering around looking at some of the other booths that we have not seen yet. Was it then? Right, it was when you were doing that I found and got a little necklace that I really enjoyed. It's simple. It's very simple. It's a triangle that you loop I don't know what to call it. I guess just a stick through. It's very simple, minimalistic. I like it. It's nice.
Seems nice. Now, what's crazier to me is I had just got my ass handed to me, and then so Tyler then gets his ass handed to him in a rock paper scissors because I asked Tyler. I said, "Tyler,
hey,
I said, can you buy me this pocket watch? From the corset and cogs, little booth." I forget what the exact wager was. I think it was I'd give him money if you won, but if I won, I got a watch. So
you know what? I think we had continued on the tangent of I own your soul, collecting. But yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah, tiny little different story, which is actually very funny. So the premise is, right, we played rock paper scissors, and I don't know how exactly this went about. But Tyler single-handedly grabbed all the souls from our friend group and is now the owner of a lot of different individuals besides me. Because for some odd reason, every time I offer it up in exchange for money, he doesn't take it. And I'm like,
because here's the thing. I believe I've still never beaten you in a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, when it regards money. And the only reason why I think this is because I get how do I explain this? I get a very good feeling when I'm betting specifically you and other individuals for $5 in rock, paper, scissors. And it is my greatest skill that I have acquired over the years of being who I am. I don't know
I've learned
how I came about this skill. But beating people in rock, paper, scissors for $5 is literally, it's like I'm a stand user. If I was a stand user here, my ability would be cash back, and I'd rock, paper, scissors people for money, and it worked.
I've learned not to play against you because I lose every single time. And in fact, you had tried to rock, paper, scissors the lady at the cookie shop to try and get a free cookie.
I did.
You did. They turned you down. Did not want to participate in that.
No, because she was very close. Very close.
See, here's the thing. You didn't offer anything in return for you losing. You were just like, either I win and you give me a free cookie, or I lose and I just go away. Yeah,
and I should have. And what's crazy? It was a long day. I was off my game. I should have bargained with, I win, I get a free cookie. If I lose, I'll pay double for one cookie and call it.
That's what you should have done. Yes,
exactly. which I did not for some odd reason. However, it gets time for us to meet Steve Bloom, and it's crazy because this all ties back into rock paper scissors. It occurs to me that we're in line, but the line looped around. So when we got closer to the stand, I didn't realize we had to turn and go down this skinny little path to see him.
And then loop back around another,
Yeah, loop back around.
basically double what we've waited in already.
Exactly.
We had to wait a lot longer.
Yeah, so then it occurred to me, okay, how about this? How about I rock, paper, scissors people to get in front of them? And if I lose, I'll get them $5. Or no, it was if I lose, I'll pay for, them to get their autograph signed with my Steve Bloom. Which in hindsight is a very risky move, but it was very rewarding in the end. Because if I won, I got in front of somebody. If I lost, they got a free autograph. It was very fair. For some odd reason, I don't know.
No one seemed to. You got one person very close to accepting. He was so close. He was on the verge of agreeing, and then I don't know. I think his buddy leaned over and was like, "Yeah, just don't do that. We've waited this long already." Because they were the very front of the line, right?
Yeah, because the whole premise was he'd sit in my spot, and I'd sit in his, and I'd call it a day. Or he got a free autograph. So I mean, either or, he would have A, waited longer, got a free autograph, or waited longer and not got a free autograph, or he would have been in front and got a free autograph.
Mm-hmm.
He blew his chance. However, we did wind it up, getting closer and closer, and we somehow got to the argument of oatmeal cookies. Now, let me explain something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oatmeal cookies with raisins are terrible.
They're not terrible. Oatmeal raisin cookies are a classic cookie. You can't go. I don't get it. Why? Okay.
Oatmeal raisin cookies are bad because who wants a dried grape in their cookie? That's chaotic. It's irresponsible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is coming from the man who is extremely against milk after the age of 4 or 5.
Yes. After 4 or 5,
mm-hmm.
no more milk.
Right.
Unless you medically need it, there's no need for it. Yeah. There's no need for it.
Oatmeal raisin cookies are good. They're after chocolate chip cookie, they're the next standard flavor.
We're gonna, we're gonna have a very strong debate on oatmeal raisin cookies. Would you prefer? And this is for anyone who's watching. Let's think of it like this: would you prefer an oatmeal cookie, a nice warm oatmeal cookie with no raisins in it, or an oatmeal cookie with raisins in it? Yes or no?
Well, that just depends on the mood you're in, I think.
No. Because anyone can be in the mood for a chocolate chip cookie, but not a whole lot of chocolate in it. You know what I'm saying? I could want a brownie right now, but not want all the hard chocolate chunks in it. You know what I'm saying? I could want a peanut butter cracker, but not want a whole lot of peanut butter. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can want an oatmeal cookie and not have a whole lot of raisin in it. Is what I'm saying.
You seem to be afraid of even just the simplest of foods.
No, I don't have a phobia of any food. I just prefer food to be a certain way when I eat it.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted a grape, I'd eat some grapes. If I wanted some raisins, I'd eat some raisins. You know what's crazy? Oatmeal raisin cookies are the equivalent of sneaking like vegetables into your child's food. Why would I be so dareful to eat a cookie that has
Oh,
fruit in it?
oatmeal raisin cookies are good. The two flavors mix well together. They complement
No,
each
no, no,
other.
no, 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 no. Peanut butter and chocolate, that's Reese's Puff.
Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs.
Yeah. No, but I was sponsored. Raisins and cookies, I don't believe should be in the same category. One is for people who like to hike, and one is for people who like something sweet. It's a cookie and a raisin. Raisins belong in trail mix, cookies belong in bakeries. It should be that simple. Yeah.
Can't agree with you there. Cannot agree with you there.
Oh, don't look at me. But then we wound up getting closer to Steve Bloom. And he was a nice guy. And then it dawned on me that he also voice acts Toonami. Which, if those of you who don't know who Toonami is, it probably put a lot of younger individuals onto anime at one point or another. If you ever stayed up on like a Saturday, Adult Swim wouldn't come on. Toonami would kick off immediately on Saturdays. Specifically, just on Saturdays, they would show up. And what's crazy to me is it was gas. They would pop off with all the anime that was going to come out for that night, and then roundabout to like 1 a.m. or some shit, like Samurai Jack would come on, and it was cool. It was a cool experience that you had to have, and they still do it every Saturday. It's a cool experience to have, and I didn't know I was ever going to be able to meet the man who voices Tom from Toonami. I thought that was cool. So we ended up getting his autograph. I got it on my painting there, little picture right there. And then me and Tyler had took a picture, me and my silly little goofy smile.
I don't think you changed your pose at all through the couple of photos that they took. You just stayed exactly the same.
I didn't know how to smile. I felt awkward. I didn't expect me to get that close to a celebrity. Did not know I would be that close. However, we did talk to him about if Toonami was going to be able to get their own network, and I think that was like the briefest conversation I've ever had with anyone on Toonami, I guess. And he was saying it'd be cool if they did. I think it would be cool because then, people who can't afford like Crunchyroll and Funimation, they can, you can watch it on TV on their own little network. And I thought that'd be like very cool to have. They like nationwide, anime. And I thought it'd be a good touch. However, here's where it gets me. Me and Tyler have this little debate when we play what's that game called that we play?
Game's called Round. It's on Steam. Very fun little 2-person game.
Yeah. And we have an argument of who's the fastest cowboy. Because in the game, you can pick various different bullets that all do different effects and abilities and whatnot. And some of them are speed bullets where the bullets are super fast. And it's very hard to dodge them. So to seal the deal, I asked Steve Bloom, voice actor of Cowboy Bebop, to sign my thing to say the fastest cowboy to seal the deal. So by law,
written in stone that you are the fastest cowboy.
I'm the fastest cowboy,
right?
And there's nothing that you can do about it. You can't even take the title away, even if you wanted to.
See, what's crazy is we also found a couple of sheriff badges that the person was doing commissions. So we're going to have to get one made that says the fastest cowboy so we can properly hand off the title to each other.
Yeah, for whoever wins. Whoever wins the rounds.
Because
suppose I win. I'm not taking the sheriff badge off. I will keep that badge on me like I keep my phone in my pocket. And every day when I see
at all times.
Yeah. I'll come to your house, knock on your door, and you better let me in because the sheriff's in town. Walk right in there. I'm like, what's going on in here? Take all your stuff and leave.
You
There's nothing you can
you
do about
walk
it.
into the house and then the floorboard creaks and everyone in the house just looks over
A tumbleweed
like you're.
passes through the hallway.
Mm.
For some odd reason, it gets real windy. I'm like, where them cookies at?
Goddamn cookies.
I feel like your brother would be like, he'd be my sidekick. Your brother would come out of the corner with a whole ass Nerf gun.
No, he'd probably be the rival who'd say this town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Yeah, we can have quick draw offs in the long hallway.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have Alexa countdown. That'd actually be kind of funny. I actually kind of want to do that now. I gotta buy me a Nerf gun. So I can properly raid your house.
I have a feeling I could beat you in a quick draw with Nerf guns. I don't know.
I don't doubt. You know what? I do doubt that. You want to know why? Because I'm very quick with my movement, and I've been proven on numerous times to catch each and every one of you lacking at the worst times possible. And I do move around quite often. You'll be in the middle of class, I'll be there.
You do seem to just kind of appear out of nowhere pretty
Exactly.
often.
So I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I could still take you in a quick draw like that.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the future when I look on Amazon at these prices that I want to acquire and see about these revolver Nerf guns.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, we finished it off by going back to Sweet Charlie's. I had got a big huge box of chocolate chip cookies.
In fact,
And
they had to make a fresh batch specifically for us, and we took all of them. We took all of those freshly baked cookies.
Yeah, them
Feel
kids
bad
were
for the other people that were coming in that we're gonna have to wait so much longer for cookies.
Listen, they had an obligation. If they wanted it that bad, they would have been there first.
Mm.
However,
We took all of the rest of the cookies. Oh my god.
However, first come first serve, and we were first. They were not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I got from my experience. Tyler, anything you want to add?
No, I think I've said most of what I've wanted to say.
Yes. Now, moving forward, me and Jazz are gonna have to stream Young Soul soon because we're very on a decent path to finishing the game out of Young Souls. There is quite a few things that I did want to bring up as far as when it comes to the giveaways and whatnot. So, the Steam gift card giveaway is actually still going on. I think we're gonna do something as similar as to do trivia due to a recent event that I've currently had. I do want to do a live stream on Twitch and do trivia, and whoever gets the most correct, first, will win a prize or two, is what I should say. But the first stream, I'll probably get more information out via my socials, but the first stream should be towards the end of May. We will be giving away a $50 Steam gift card to anyone who joins. So keep a lookout for that. Keep an eye out for that. We do got some other big things in the works and other things that we do are looking forward to actually doing and getting associated with the rest of you. Now, for that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. This video was recorded on a Friday because I know Tyler was about to say something.
I got caught off guard there really quick.
But yes, enjoy your Tuesday. And next episode, we're going to be talking about holy sugar. What is the next episode? What is it?
Next is the anime one, right?
Yeah, it is. All right, yeah. Next episode, we're going to be talking about some anime in the future of anime and where it's coming and how it's currently going, with the stuff that it has. And we're going to have a guest with us from from TikTok who's actually a very good anime reviewer, and we're gonna run down the list of manga and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Jaden, and that's going to be episode 3 of the Poporium.